Hey, this is Randy for Reno Custom Guitars. I'm very pleased to be holding here today a prototype honky-tonk guitar that Jerry's built in his custom shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm going to walk you through some of the innovative features of this guitar today, and then I'm also going to play it through my Fractal Audio Axe FX2 rig just so you get a sense as to some of the tones this thing's capable of producing. Alright, so let's get started. Again, this is a very, very innovative guitar. It's very, very light and resonant. Ode back to the Dan Electro guitars, this guitar actually has a pine body frame with masonite top and back. So it's, again, very, very light and resonant guitar. It's covered and finished in this green and gold sparkle paint job. You see that from all the different angles. And of course, the pinstriping is incredibly cool. The pinstriping was performed by Bob Rick in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So it's got the very cool hot rod feature to it. One of my favorite features of this guitar, though, is this neck heel right here. You see this neck heel is very, very comfortable and allows you to get all the way up to that 22nd fret with no problem. And because there's no neck pickup in this guitar, the tenon of this neck is actually very large here in the back of the body that helps you get awesome sustain through this guitar. This guitar has a Pau Ferro fingerboard, which is very nice. If for those of you not familiar with Pau Ferro, it's kind of a cross in my mind between almost like a rosewood and a maple or ebony. It's got the feel of a raw maple fingerboard, but it's got the beautiful look almost of a rosewood fingerboard. It's a very beautiful fingerboard. You can see it's fully bound on both sides there. The frets on this guitar are Jescar stainless steel frets. The dimensions are 0.08 inches by 0.037 inches, so they're kind of the traditional vintage style frets. But because the neck is compound radius from 12 inches here at the nut to 15 inches here closer to the bridge, bending on this guitar is very effortless, and I'll give you a sense of that when we play some tones through it later. One of the coolest features of this guitar you might be able to see is this headstock. You see it's a 5-in-1 headstock. You might say, what's the big deal? But what's really cool about it, hopefully you can see at that angle, is there's this concave feature to the headstock. The other thing I think is really cool is you see the tuning keys are kind of bored out, so they're recessed a little bit. And then lastly, you see there's this Pau Ferro tongue that goes across part of the headstock there where the truss rod adjustment hole is there. So again, very cool feature of this guitar. This guitar's got non-locking spurzels on it. Stays in tune wonderfully. So all the hardware on this guitar is custom made by Jerry and his shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if you check out this bridge, all the saddles are very flush with the bridge, so it's incredibly comfortable to palm mute and have your palm back here with this bridge. That's an aluminum bridge with machined brass saddles. You see the control cover here is that engine turned look to it, so it's got that cool hot rod capability. And then if you look at the volume and the tone knobs, they actually look like little pistons. So to see high-res pictures of this guitar, everything I'm talking about here today, head to Jerry's site, which will be located at the front and the end of this video. It's www.ghreno.com. You can go there to check out this guitar and other guitars as Jerry produces them. Another great feature of this guitar is this pickup. It's a custom Seymour Duncan Billy Gibbons Pearly Gate, so it's actually a stacked humbucker, but it's in the form of a single coil pickup. So as you'll hear here in a little bit, you get some great tones out of that guitar. So that's about it for the overview of this guitar. Check out video number 2 that has some of the tone examples. Thanks for watching.